to the Motocross Supercross podcast.
Hey, yo, what's up? Welcome to the MXSX podcast, episode 33, 250 recap Daytona. I am Claudio, right here with Adam. What's up, Adam?
What's going on? Did it sound like you?
You like what I did? You like what I did there? Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah. Dude, I'm pretty pumped. Sorry it's taken us a little bit to get to this, a little bit of technical problems, but we are here.
Yes.
And we're going over the 250s today. And it was definitely eventful at Daytona. Check our Instagram out at MXSX Podcast. Got some videos up there, and we'll be putting up more the whole week.
Yeah, man. Let's just go ahead and jump into this thing because it was a great race. A lot of bad things happened, but a lot of great things happened. As we recap in our last podcast for the 450, you know, Justin Brayton with his first win after 130 plus starts finally gets a win. So and just like that, there was a lot of good stuff for the 250 as well. If you want, I would like to start with our injuries, which is, you know, it's not a good thing to start on, but RJ Hampshire going down pretty hard. You know,
real hard.
Yes, he went down in heat 1. We really hope he's fine. I kind of feel bad because I feel like we cursed him a little bit, you know.
What?
with the podcast pick.
Because you picked him for your top 3?
Yeah, man. Like I feel like every time I pick someone, somebody gets hurt.
Well, you know, hey, that's just the power of this show, man.
It really is. It's very shame, you know, very sad to see such a young, good rider not, you know, being able to finish the season. Like I said, he went down pretty hard in the heat 1. A very similar hit to Seeley, I want to say, you know, the bike kind of going over and then coming back and hitting him down.
Yeah, it was kind of similar to that. It was kind of similar, except he stayed on. Seeley kind of bailed a little bit.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know, but yeah, he definitely got jacked up, broke his fracture to his T3 and T4, which is like, that's your back,
your
like
vertebrae.
Your spine.
Yeah.
That's kind of like up between like the shoulder blades kind of area. So, it said it does not require surgery, so that's good. And, you know, we saw him moving around and stuff on the ground, so it's not like he's paralyzed. So, as bad as it was, definitely could have been worse.
Yes.
So many riders just going all out. There's so many injuries this year. So, it's not just him. Everyone's going for it. Everyone's getting hurt. Part of the sport. And, you know, all we can do is just wish him a speedy recovery.
For sure.
And it definitely makes it interesting for the 250 East Coast because he was like 4th in the points. So
yeah, he was definitely one of the contenders. He sits 5th in the points as of right now.
Yep. He's definitely going to be dropping. So that'll look good for some other riders. We'll get into that. The points break down a little bit later.
Yes.
But that wasn't the only injury. There was another pretty bad injury with Jimmy Dakotas. You got some news on that?
Go ahead.
Well, actually, just to finish up on RJ, he also, besides like breaking his back, he broke some ribs, and it says possible shoulder injury, which pretty much means a shoulder injury.
Definitely a shoulder injury.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's the other 2 injuries for him. And then Jimmy, he crashed in the main event, and he had a couple fractures in the L2 and L3 and also broken ribs. So that's like lower back, the L's.
Yeah.
So that really sucks for him as well. Really bad. He was also off to a good start this year, and he was doing some good things throughout that race. Even that main event, he had like a pretty bad start, and he was able to work his way back up to like 10th or 11th. So
yeah, another rider that will be out will be Colt Nichols.
Yep, he crashed before Daytona, which
Yeah,
sucks.
practice
He
day.
broke his arm or femur, or what did he do?
Oh, his humerus. Yeah,
Humerus, yeah.
he broke his humerus again, I guess, in practice before Daytona, and he will be out for the remainder of the season. That is very bad news for the Monster Energy Yamaha Star Racing Yamaha. Due to the fact that Colt Nichols and Fernandez are both out. So
Yeah, it's off to a pretty crazy start,
yeah,
you could say.
very unfortunate. The good news is that Thomas Rumet to fill in for this Monster team. So
Oh yeah?
yeah, that's like I said, Dylan Fernandez and Colt Nichols are both out for the remainder of the season.
What's the guy's name?
Thomas Ramette, Ramettee. He's a French rider. So he will be in the pits for them this weekend in St. Louis.
So one replace another French rider with the new French rider.
A Frenchie for a Frenchie, eh? Good
That's
stuff.
right. That's right. Now they got to find one more, right? Now they got to find someone to replace Colt Nichols.
Exactly. Need a white boy or something.
I was gonna say one rider on here.
Yeah, I guess. I'm sorry for interrupting. I guess Ramet is a multi-time arena cross champion in Europe. So
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
he's qualified for a Supercross before. He finished 15th and 21st in 450 in the 450 class in 2015.
Okay, that's cool. So maybe he can put in some good lap times. Might be a good fantasy pick. We'll have to wait and see some lap times out of St. Louis. But
Yeah, I guess
cool
the
the
Yamaha people also had Jacob Hayes. He's a rider for the Babbitt Kawasaki Arena Cross team. But
I know him for sure. From
Yeah, but
Arena
he
Cross.
I guess he couldn't get out of his contract, so he will not be able to jump in for the position.
Oh,
But yeah, so that's about it. That's everyone that's gonna be that's hurt for now until the remainder of the season at least. Anyways, so let's jump into this Heat 1. As we said, RJ going down hard, real quick, real fast.
well, not real quick. It was pretty much the end of the race. There was like 2 minutes left.
Oh well, yeah. You're right.
Whenever he crashed, here let's start with the beginning because Alves had a good start up there with Mossman. All these new faces: Cartwright, Osborne, Martin, Hampshire. They were all up there, and then it was like Mossman and Osborne out front. Those two Husqvarnas, which was, I was like, all right, we're off to a good start here with these Huskies, But all that kind of seemed to change because. Well, it didn't take Osborne long to get around Mossman, and then Hampshire got around him, Mossman as well, moved to second. So it was Osborne and Hampshire just running up there 1 and 2 the whole time. Martin, he was a little bit, he didn't have the greatest start. He was like running like 5th. And just the one note I had on him, it seems like, I don't know if you pick up on this, but like whenever he ramps, it always looks like he's like humping. It always looks like he's humping the handlebars. It's like his style. You know what I'm saying?
I have not looked, but I'm definitely gonna take some more.
Dude, you're gonna notice it every single time now. Every time you see him jump, he hits a jump and then he's just like up on the handlebars. It's just like part of his style. It's really weird.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm gonna see it. So. Thanks.
Yeah, he was like doing it a lot too. It seemed like once I saw it in my head, I was like, oh man, he really does it pretty much every jump. Just like up there on the handlebars. So, that's just one thing that I noted after seeing all this.
Yeah, so the Heat won. They like you said, they had a good battle, the two Huskies in the front. But then it ended real quick, like as with RJ going down. And they just kind of red flag, finished the race type situation that everybody just kind of finished in the position that they were sitting. There were 3/4 of the race done, or through. So they decided to call it short, I guess I should say. I could call it.
Yeah, it almost seems like it seems like it took him a little bit to wave that red flag because like there was like 2 minutes to go as soon as he went down. And then, like, as soon as the time expired, like, it was like red flag. So I don't know what the reasoning, or maybe it's just a coincidence, but it was good for Martin, because Martin passed Mossman like right before the finish line, like right before the finish line, and then they red flag it. So it ended out working in his favor. But that kind of sucks. They had to cut it 2 laps short or whatever.
So they
yeah.
ended up being Zach Osborne first place, Mosselman second, Rensland third, Jeremy Martin fourth, Ramiller Alves fifth, Nick Gaines sixth, Joshua Catright seventh, Jimmy Ducatis eighth, and then Cody Van Buskirk ninth for the last spot on the heat number 1.
Yeah, that's crazy. A lot of new names in there, which is cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good to see. Yeah, good to
Van, the one you can't say. And dude, I was thinking about, okay, so they had the golf thing on this weekend too, and the names on there versus like the the motocross names, it's like night and day, because we have all these names that we can't pronounce at all, and they have like Woods and like really easy names. Come on. I can't think of any of them right now, but I remember looking at it and I was like, dang, like these are like really easy names.
Anyways,
Fowler, whatever. I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, motocrossers got really messed up names, and we're gonna butcher them all season and then all next season. So get used to it.
Yeah, don't forget to give us a follow on our Instagram at MXSX Podcast. As we said in the middle or in the beginning of the show, we post a lot of cool videos, and it's been interesting stories behind them, I think.
Yeah. All right, let's jump into Heat 2.
Yeah, so Heat number 2, we had Faulkner with a really bad start. He still managed to run up front, but he had a really bad start. Also,
who had a really good start?
I was just about to say that. Jordan Smith, though, on the other hand, he had a really
good night too.
Yeah, definitely a great night. He had an easy ride in the heat. He won it easy.
Yeah. Start to finish, just took it away, and Hartranft was right there. Peters was right there. Davalos, not really the greatest start. Cantrell, one of my fantasy picks of the week, he was there. He was very good to me in the fantasy world. And then also there's a video on our Instagram of Heath Harrison. He coming around like that second turn into the sand section, just I don't know. I still don't really know what happened. I think he might have clipped someone's tire, and then it just like stopped him, and like turned his wheel, and it just like pitched him over the like. It's like it all happened so slow. It's just
sand
like
monster got him.
Stoppy. Yeah, it's like a stoppy. Just woo.
Yeah, like we said in this 250 Heat 2, Jordan Smith with an AC win. There's nothing really much to say about this Heat besides the fact that Jordan Smith had a fantastic race. Martin Davalos finally with a good, kind of a good solid race. Faulkner, like we said, he had a bad start but managed to stay up front. Brandon,
he did. He worked his way back from like whatever he was, however far back.
Yeah, he was way back.
Job.
Definitely outside top 10. So for him to finish third, it's excellent. Also in fourth place we had Brandon Hartranft. Yeah, there we go.
Good ride for him. Really good. I don't think I had him on my fantasy this week, but yeah, he did really good this week.
Yeah, fifth place, Kyle Peters. Shrunken Charles, you just mentioned, sixth place. Lane Shaw, also a new name in this top qualifier, guys. In seventh place, John Short, eighth. And then Heath Harrison, the man of the hour, in ninth place for that final heat position.
Yeah, that's good for him too, coming back from, usually once you fall, especially on like Daytona, such a long track, you fall and all these people pass you right away, especially at the beginning. It's difficult to, get back up there. So we saw Faulkner do it and Harrison do it. So good rides for them. They made it in. The LCQ got a little, it's pretty exciting because there were so many new names. And for Daytona to be that track they get in on, it's pretty cool. and I actually recognized some of the names. Jackson, who on our Instagram, during the LCQ last week for the Atlanta Triple Crown, he was winning the LCQ, and then 2 riders came and took him out. So I knew he wasn't going to let that happen again. I had to put him on my fantasy team, and he pulled that whole shot and, ran away with it pretty much. So that was cool. And then Logan Carnow, Ohio boy. I remember seeing him up at the tracks, except he was on 65s when I was riding.
Yeah.
So that's really cool that he stuck with it, and now he's, in the main event.
There you go. Another cool fact about this LCQ is that the top 4 guys that made it to the main event never made it to the main event before. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, exactly. All the riders are it was all their first time. So that was really cool. The only other thing to talk about, I had another fantasy pick, and that was Jerry Robin. He crashed in that little off camber rhythm section where everyone was quadding.
Yeah.
He you can only see him at the bottom of the screen, but it looks like he came up a little bit short.
He bagged it.
He didn't even really crash. He kind of did what my brother did when he broke his arm. He just crashed and then kind of jumped off the bike.
Oh, I remember. I jumped right behind him. I jumped right behind him. Whenever he broke his arm, I remember that.
Did you hear the pop?
No, I was on my bike. I couldn't hear it. I just remember him not wanting to look at it, and then you sitting behind him, and then he's like, "Does it look bad?" And you're like, "No, man, it looks cool." But you're like, in the back, you're shaking your head at me, "Yeah, dude, it looks really bad." I remember that day.
Yeah, I was definitely messing with him a little bit.
Yeah, I remember that day. That was awesome. That was a big ass quad we had over at Quick Track. That was awesome. That was a great jump.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites. It was a step up, tabletop thing.
It was a tabletop,
a step down
on a tabletop.
I don't even know. It's fun though. It's fun. You had to hit it wide open. That's for sure.
Yeah, you can definitely hit it wide open, and you're not gonna overjump it unless you hit a kicker like your brother and overjump it. Yeah, you can jump or land on top, or you can land on the downside of the top side. It was a fun jump for sure. I remember.
Yeah, so that really sucks for Jerry Robin. I'm just going to guess he broke his arm just because it was so similar to what happened there at your track.
Yeah, he went
I don't
down
know.
there.
I didn't see anything online either, so we'll have to keep an eye out for that.
For sure. We'll have an update for on the next podcast. You ready for this main event, though?
Yeah. So here, let's give these new guys some love. So Richard Jackson, Logan Carnow, Wilson Fleming, and Samuel Redman were the 4 people who made it in.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Rookies.
Congratulations. We took your V card.
Yeah.
Virgin.
Daytona. They lost it in Daytona. They're not the only ones.
Nope.
That's for sure.
Nope. I've been there, dude. Good job.
All right. Yeah. Let's jump into this. This main event. 250 main event. It was, dude, throughout the whole night, there were pretty clean hole shots. There wasn't really many wrecks or anything at all in the hole shots. I mean, they were all pretty much clean. I think there was maybe one incident in one of the things, but
yeah, congratulations to Ricky Carmichael for an excellent line out off the track. It was a good setup, great jumps, and like you said,
real close racing.
Yeah, it was a really, really cool track for sure. But yeah, let's get to this main event. Like you said, we had a clean start. We had Zach Osborne getting stuck behind the pack. In front of him was Davalos and Faulkner and Joe Smith with the clean start.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Osborne. He got cut off right by Faulkner. Faulkner just cut over on him right there on the start.
He didn't cut him.
He came around that last turn and dead last.
He didn't cut him. He closed to turn also.
Exactly. Yeah, he took his line. He just swept right in front of him, and there was nothing he could do. He just had to wait it out. And then also right in front of him was Jimmy Dakotas. So
yes,
both of them were just in the very 21st and 22nd. So it's good. Osborne, obviously, he's a freak. He came back. And then, but it was good because Cantrell had a really good start. Martin was up there. But yeah, Jordan Smith just cleaned up. He had a great day. He won the heat, and I'm gonna spoil it if you already don't know, but he did win this race. But we'll get to that point.
Yeah. Well, like you
Because he
said,
pretty much checked out. He was, I mean, at the very end, like Martin was starting to catch him, and he was kind of close to him, but you know he held that lead the entire time. It was pretty impressive.
oh, for sure,
Pretty impressive.
from beginning to end. You know, although the point leaders were a little bit in the pack, but like you just said, Zach, he's a freak. He started to come back. He made a bunch of passes. He got pretty close for sure.
When there was 10 minutes left of the race, he had already been up. He had already passed Hartranft for 7th. So we were all thinking he was going to catch. You know, he could catch the lead. Who knew? Who knows? But he didn't. But he did pass Hartranft, and then
he had a couple of good,
Peters.
Yeah, he had a couple of good battles with the people coming up. He battled with Davalos for a little bit too.
Yep, that was for 4th.
Yeah, so it was a good race by everyone. Overall,
it was pretty clean racing too. It was pretty
Yes.
clean. Like everyone, it was cool. It wasn't like the most exciting thing as like for the announcers, like a bunch of battles. Like, we weren't really like going back and forth kind of thing. But it was just, you could just see all the riders just giving it everything. Just, you know.
Yeah,
it was
it
really
definitely
cool. They were just really going for it.
It definitely took the best out of them. Like you said, it was a great race. It was a clean race. There's a lot of good racing, though, for sure, and new winners, which is what we want to see. You know, we had Jordan Smith winning the race, as Adam spoiled it for you guys. If you guys don't want to follow us at MXSX Podcast, it's cool, but you should. But yeah, we had Jordan Smith with the win. Jeremy Martin finally, you know, found his groove right there in 2nd place. Faulkner, 3rd place. And this is something that we were both right about. Zach Osborne not making the top 3. We were both right about that. I don't know if you remember, we discussed something about it.
Actually, I think I had him in 2nd. I think I had a Osborne sandwich of the Monster Energy guys. I think I picked Faulkner or Davalos, Osborne, Faulkner. I think that's what I picked, but I'm not sure. I forget. But
maybe it was me that didn't put him in the...
Yeah, you didn't put him up there, but he did. He almost caught Faulkner right there at the end. It looked like he was gonna make a pass maybe on him, but then he he made a mistake in that sand, and then like it was over. You knew he wasn't gonna catch him.
They finished within a second of each other. So
And Martin too. Martin was right behind Jordan Smith.
Yeah,
so it's not like he ran away with it. He did dominate everyone, but it's not like he ate everyone's dinner. He didn't run away with it. They were all pretty close, which is what we like to see.
Definitely.
Just like that.
Yeah. Some like you said, good racing, and overall everybody's that finished it, and except for obviously RJ, but everybody else came out good, and so Martin Davalos ended up 5th, Peters 6th, Cantrell 7th, Hartranft 8th, Alves in 9th. That's good to see Alves. I know if I'm not mistaken, he's been having a lot of problems in the last couple of weeks, so it's good to see him, and it's good to see him he breaking that top 10.
Really good. That's good.
Rensland with the 10th spot. Cartwright with 11th.
Really good.
Bamburskik with 12. Keith Harrison.
Where's he from? Is he from Germany?
I don't know, man. Keith Harrison for 13. Well, Roxon is from Germany, and his name is Ken Roxon.
Roxon.
Keith Harrison with 13th. Wilson Fleming, 14th. Logan Carno, 15th.
Yeah.
Your boy. Nick Gaines, not good, 16th. Samuel Redman with 17th spot. John Short, another guy that's been trying to making it, 18th place. Lane Shaw, 19th. Richard Jackson in 20th. Jimmy DeCotis and Michael Mossman, DNFs.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened to Mossman. I think he went, I don't know, it seemed like he had to have gone down like kind of early. I didn't see anything online about it. I don't
Yeah,
know
they
if he had
didn't
like
really-
a bike problem or a crash, but
And they didn't really like show anything in like at the race either. Like, oh, Mossman out. So I don't know. We'll have to see what happened there. So would you like to know how the 250 East point standing is?
yes, and it is pretty close.
It's pretty
close.
actually pretty
Like tied.
awesome. I loved it. Yeah. So for St. Louis, we're gonna have 2 red plates on the the 250 class due to Zach Osborne and Austin Faulkner being tied at 89 points. Jordan Smith in 3rd place with 81 points. And so that's pretty awesome to see that right there. Those 3 guys, just 8 points between them. So it's going to be
Faulkner
interesting.
has 2 wins, though. Faulkner has 2 wins over Osborne.
Yes.
He only has 1.
Yes.
So I think the tiebreaker should go to whoever has more wins. What do you think?
Well, we're not done yet, though. So
I know, but for the red plate. But yeah, I guess since they are tied, we'll let them both run it. Let them battle it out this week in St.
Well,
Louis.
I mean, the red play is for the points leader. They're technically both the leaders with 89 points. That's not for the championship. So yeah. So Jeremy Martin sitting in 4th place with 70 points, a little bit behind, but still there. RJ Hampshire, like we said, he's sitting in 5th place with 57 points. So yeah, man. Pretty close for this weekend. I'm excited. I cannot wait for St. Louis and see what they got for us for sure.
Yeah, real quick, some of these other names in the top 10. All right, so we have RJ Hampshire. He's in 5th.
Yes.
Colt Nichols is in 7th. James Dakotas is in 10th.
Martinez in 8th.
So, well, yeah, I'm scared. I'm just doing all the hurt people.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Those
okay.
3 people in the top 10 are hurt. And McAdoo, he's in 15th. He's also hurt. So some of these new riders are really going to,
Benefit
be up
from
there
it.
in the points.
For
They're going to
sure.
be in like top 10.
For sure, man, for sure.
Ferrandis in 13th. Yeah, so there's 5 injured riders right there. So we are going to see some fresh faces. Some of those good battles might not always be for first place, but maybe like those other battles are really going to be heating up for those top 10 in points, you know?
Even for main event spots, man.
Yeah, boy.
So, yeah, don't forget to give us a follow to MXSX podcast. Thank you guys for listening. This
Thank you.
Claudio. That's Adam. And we'll see you guys episode 34. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
St. Louis, baby. Peace.